file my own taxes, but I still enough to know what I need to be putting in there. What's up, Christy? Thanks for tuning in. We are live. So I am showing you guys the timeline. Sorry, I had to get that up on YouTube too. So I'm showing you guys the timeline here. We already cleansed everything. That means like compressing it all the way down, and now we're doing the effects. Dude, is anybody else's electronics going haywire lately? That's so crazy to me. Anyways. So, I'm showing you this transition right here. Hey, LaShawn. What's up, Bubba? Okay, so, if you highlight one of your pieces, you can always press a V to mute it. So V is going to take that away. So this is what we're working with underneath. Boom, right here. Now I want to show like a split screen right here. All right, so how did we do that? So this was the original clip. I'm going to Command C, Command V. That's going to copy it so I can kind of show you guys exactly what I did. I'm going to pull this out to where it was. Boom, boom. Okay, so what I did is I took this original clip and then I lined it up over the clip where I want to transition. So as you can see, this is the clip before. Boom. So I'm looking over that way. And the line is, hate to see me win, hate to see me win. So I'm watching my other self. Boom. So what I'm going to want to do, I'll show you. This is who I'm watching right here. This person. So in order to prepare for doing a split screen like this, you're going to want to know where your parameters are, right? So you're going to want to know where your parameters are, like right here. So I have this space to be in to look over and watch this person and not be overlapping. So I'm going to highlight that. So the easiest way we're going to be able to do this is we're going to take a blade. We're going to blade this right here. And then we've got, so you can just press B and press that. And now you've got the 2. So that's this one. I'm showing you guys this without taking away what I've already done. But this essentially is this, and this essentially is this. So I'm going to press my quick keys again, A, and that's going to give me my selector. So this right here, as we can see, this does not move any more than its natural state. That's why we need to blade it. Otherwise, you would have to do a keyframe, and I'm going to show you exactly how to do that right now. But for all intents and purposes, it's much easier for me to just blade it because I don't need to do anything with that. So what I'm going to want to do here is, well, obviously I'm going to mute this one so in order to line up your pieces correctly, the best way to do it is put it over top, and we're going to adjust the opacity. So we've got this right here. We're going to go up here, right here, to it looks like a little like film box, right? So the opacity right here, as you can see, that's what happens when you adjust the opacity. So the opacity means like how much you can see through it. So 100% opacity, you're not going to be able to see through it. 0% opacity is, it's gone. It's disappeared. So if we put it on 50, because all we're trying to do is just line up where we're going to be, right? Okay, so I had already lined this up. Boom. So we can see right here that this is where it would need to be in order for me to watch that person rapping. So it's okay that we're overlapping a little bit right here because we're going to take our boundary and push it over. So I'm going to show you exactly what I'm talking about right now. Okay, so boom. we are going to start right here. We're going to zoom in because we're going to have to keyframe. So boom, right there. We are going to, what I'm going to do when I'm editing, I like to pull my secondary display back into my original display. Not everybody does that, but I like to do it. So it's easy. Boom, we're going to go up, showing secondary display. We're just going to unclick the viewer, and then it's going to come right up right here. Now I can adjust how much space I have to edit right here and pull this over. And I'm going to do a 50% view because that's going to drive me nuts. I don't have enough room to play otherwise. So in order to add a keyframe, we're going to hit this, which is the transition button right there. We're going to go boom, and we're going to go up here to this little keyframe button right here. And if it goes away, just hit it again. So here's our keyframe. Boom. We added a keyframe right there. Then we're going to go over, I'd say, to where they're about to line up. Boom. Right there. That's perfect. That is where I'm going to want my mask to come drop in. So now I have identified exactly where I'm going to want the mask to drop in. So I'm going to Command Z, which is delete, because I'm going to drop, or you can just unclick your keyframe. That's fine too. So I'm going to do a graduated mask. So a graduated mask is going to be like a line, but it's going to be blurred for you. You're going to drop it over. And I like to have black underneath when I'm working because it's just, it's a lot easier for me. So if we hit this transform button, it's going to take us between, this is going to transform the whole frame. And then if you click it again, that's going to just transform where your mask is. So you can see moving this outer edge right here is actually moving exactly where my graduated mask is. The outer edge, the bigger circle. This is a stock effect with Final Cut Pro, by the way. So if I want to adjust where it's at, boom, like that. And then I'm going to want to move it over because what I'm going to want to do is have that float across the screen. So you're going to see exactly how that works. So boom, I'm going to want to add a keyframe for my mask only. Not add a keyframe for the whole thing, but add a keyframe for my mask. So we're going to go to the center button. We're going to hit that right there. Hit it again, so we've got it, and we're going to go all the way over to where we identified we want that. And then we're going to hit another keyframe, but we're going to move our mask over like that. Boom. You see how it's split real nice right there? I'm going to show you the effect that that's going to give you. So boom, now that we added the keyframe, see? Nice moving over right there. Boom, boom. Okay, so now that we've got our desired effects, now we're going to have to get her off of the screen. So we're going to go to the end right here. We're going to highlight our top, not our bottom. Make sure you highlight the one that has the mask on it. And then we're going to put another, obviously you have to highlight it. Highlight the one that has the mask, and then we're going to add another control point right here. And that's what's going to actually get us off the screen all the way. So now that we have those control points, this is what it's going to end up looking like. Okay, but let's pull this back over because there's not supposed to be, like I said, I like to identify my first area of mask with black behind it because it's easier, and then you can always just pull it back the other way. So this is essentially what our transition will look like. Obviously, we need to adjust the opacity again because that we just used that to line it up, right? So obviously, I forgot to adjust the opacity, but now I didn't, and I finished it, so boom. Boom. Split screen right there. So that's more of a smooth transition, and I'll show you the alternate option. So let me show you both on the big screen and how I accomplished. So there's a smooth transition we can do like that, just like a smooth pan. And then there's also a transition where we can stop and then again. So it's just going to be adding another keyframe, and I'll show you that. It's really simple, you guys. Literally anybody can do it. So show it, again, we're gonna go to window, show on secondary display, and we're gonna hit viewers, and that's gonna pull us over right there. Boom. And if we want to see her bigger, we can go to fit, we'll fit the entire screen, just like that, and boom. So this is the first version of it. Okay, so that's more of a smooth transition where it's just gonna wipe, and then I'll show you the one that I chose to do, and I'll explain a little bit of the difference. Well, actually the only difference. So I'm gonna mute the one we just did, and I'm going to pull up the one that I had done before, and I'll show you the difference. So do you see how it paused right there? Boom, pause. So all you're gonna do is add another keyframe right in the middle. That's it. So it's just adding keyframes as you go. And of course, remember, so I'll delete that because this is what we're doing. Also remember, on this part, this is what you're going to hit right here, that little movie screen thing. You're gonna make sure you're on your graduated mask and add the control point to the graduated mask. Don't add the control point up here. Boom. Don't add the control point up there. That control point is going to affect your entire slide, right? Like your entire clip. That's the control point for your entire clip. It's great. I don't know what the other programs are like. I used Final Cut Pro basically the entire time. It's pretty much industry standard, to be honest. So, but having separated it out like that makes it really simple to explain and simple to use. Boom, if we want to click off of your entire, this is going to transform your entire clip. So boom, we want to click off of that. We want to go here. These are our quick keys, graduated mask. If you had multiple effects and you needed to add different keyframes for each different effect, you're going to go over here to your effects bar, and that's where you're going to do your graduated mask, your you know, there's a target, there's a center. So I have multiple keyframes with this. See, as you can see, the keyframes are going to highlight yellow for you. So boom. That's a simple transition that literally almost anybody can do. Well, actually, literally anybody can do. I like to have some simple transitions, and I don't like to overdo it, especially on simple videos like this. This is like a two-scene video. It's got multiple angles though, and there's so much motion in this video that I don't want to overdo the transitions, because then it's just, it looks overdone, right? So I'll show you like the whole piece and how it kind of flows and just gives it. See, all of the motion in this video, I don't need a ton of transitions because it's just going to make it look overdone. Let's see. Okay, so, I mean, there's that one. Let's see. What do I want to show you? That one's pretty easy too. I'll show you another easy one. I'm just keeping it pretty basic for these because some of these get really intense. I mean, like some of these effects and these overlays and transitions get so intense. Will Kalea said so informative. Am I a music mixer? So I am, I do engineering. I'm a recording engineer. I wouldn't say I'm a complete pro at it, but I can definitely get by. I can mix with music, but I prefer to go to somebody that does that completely for a living. It's also very difficult to record your own music and mix your own music because you get ear fatigue and you've heard it so many times. You really want somebody that specializes in these things to do it. But like I said, I also like to know how to do it. It's important to know how to do it. You record differently if you know how to engineer. You film differently if you know how to video edit. Knowing how to do these things, like having a holistic understanding of everything in the industry really, really, really helps. So, like this, for example. Okay, so it's going to thump on money, power, respect. So it's just something that gives it a little bit more oomph, and it's going to, without doing too much, right? And then it zooms out at the end. So as you can see, my hands are like, go like this in the second clip, and I want it to look like I'm grabbing that clip and bringing it in. So, okay, boom. So I'm gonna show you the clip that we started with, and that's this one. And I'm going to do the same thing I did last time, which is mute the bottom ones, because I want to show you how I did this from scratch, if I'm smart enough to remember now. Let's see, I'll just mute that and then mute this one. Come on now, friends. Okay, that's muted, that's muted. So now, this is what I was working with in the beginning. I'll show you right here. Okay, so all I wanted was money, power, respect, forget about being famous. So you can do this like lined up to the base. You can do this lined up to maybe some of your emotions that you're doing in the video, your words. I lined it up with the words. So obviously take your picks, your video. Okay, so I'm going to identify, I'm going to zoom in, and I'm going to identify where we're at. Boom. So this doesn't need anything done to it. Some people just keyframe it and then edit the rest. I blade it. I completely get it out of there because I don't need to do anything with it. Why am I keeping it attached? I like to cut things and know exactly what pieces I'm working with because I find it a lot more effective, and it's just better to do it that way for me. You do it however you want, but this is how I have learned that it's most effective, and yeah, I've seen people do it both ways. So what we're going to do is we're going to blade on each section where we want the thump to hit, like money, power, respect. So that's what we're going to do. We're going to blade right on each of those things. So we're going to have to listen to the audio and blade with it. So if we adjust from the time bar up here, it's going to be the easiest. Okay, so I'm going to you know what's funny is I'm going to change this. Because now I see, once I zoom in, so I have eye fatigue really bad, so I can admit when I made a mistake. I'm going to do this a little bit more accurate, so I'm actually going to delete the one that I made before after I finish this, because I think this is going to be a lot more accurate. So we're going to want money, right? Okay, boom, money. So we know exactly where that is. The way this is easiest to do is take right up here your marker and press the space bar. Okay, so the space bar is going to make it go, and this is going to make sure keeping this pressed right here. Keep your cursor pressed right there, because you're going to know exactly where to blade it. That's a little trick that's going to make it a lot easier. Hey, Angela, Miss Classic, I love you. You guys, make sure you subscribe and hit your notifications to the YouTube. Subscribe and hit your notifications, because this video is dropping this next Friday. And you'll be able to go back and reference these things and see what I did and how to do these certain effects. So we just use our quick keys. Press B. Don't make an ass out of me. Press B. Boom, we're going to blade right there. That's money. And then we're going to quick key, we're going to A, because we don't want to accidentally blade something that we don't need to be blading. So I'm going to estimate where's the power right there. Okay, so that's pretty accurate right there for power. So I'm going to blade right there also with my quick key again, B. Boom. Now I'm going to quick key A. Okay, boom. So now I'm going to quick key again. I'm going to blade and then quick key back to A, B, boom, A. So now I've got money, power, respect. Okay, so I'm actually going to, I'll keep this right here for now. But I want to add another layer, boom, so we can get this right up here. Don't be scared to move your stuff around. Just make sure you're not, adjust your times to make things even. You're just going to pull it back out anyways, but don't adjust the entire clip because then you can adjust the entire thing and that's really a headache. Okay, so now to get the desired effect, God, my face is so funny right there. Oh my gosh, that's so hilarious. We're going to go here. So this right here is going to bring up your effects. This right here is going to bring up your transitions. What we're going to want to do is a flow. So we're going to go to all, and we're just going to go down because I can't remember exactly what it's categorized as. But I think that's what I used, right? Yeah, I'm pretty sure I did flow. Okay. We'll try flow. We'll see how it works out. Boom. I don't need that right there. Let's see. Is that the thing I use? Oh, that's kind of cool too. Okay, so that's not the original one that I used, but that actually turned out pretty cool too. See, so boom. Okay, so that's kind of cool. That's going to give us that. Let's see. What did I use for that? Friends? Wasn't dropping. Oh, it was directional. Okay, so all right, so this is what it's going to look like with the flow. That's kind of cool. It gives you like a glitch effect. If you can see that. But I'm going to show you how I actually did the other one. So you can just play around with things and it actually turns out better sometimes. So we're going to Command Z, Command Z, Command Z, boom, take all that shit off. We're going to go directional. That's going to give us that. And then boom, right there. So boom. So that's going to give you the see-through right here. And it's showing underneath. That's something I just did too. I honestly can't. I'm trying to remember what the, hold on. I did so many transitions today, you guys, but as you can see, sometimes when you play around, like, you actually get something better. Like, and that's a good thing. Like, that's how you learn, is to mess around. Like successful people will tell you all the time, fail forward. Sometimes we think we know the best way to do things, and then through trial and error and putting things together, we can actually learn to do something better, or we can actually discover a better way of doing something. So I actually like this a lot better, and it's turning out a lot better. So that's kind of cool. So that's our directional. This is what our directional looks like. And I am going to, so I want to find out what transition I actually used on this original, so I can actually tell you guys and I can show you the difference. So I'm going to go show video animation, and this is going to, let me see. Expand audio, we don't want to do that. Boom. That's direct. So this is directional right here. That's what this one is. And then up top, we have this. This actually turned out really super cool, so I'm deleting the old one. So now I'm going to show you exactly what we ended up with, because this turned out so dope. I'm pretty excited about that, actually. So thank you. Me showing you, that's one thing too, is like when you when you teach other people things, you'll end up learning things. That's the whole point of like mentoring or teaching other people. Like I don't know everything in the entire world, but I've definitely gathered enough knowledge to push my way through and learn new things and discover things as I go, which is literally the whole point. Boom, boom, boom. Where are we at, baby? Where did we go? Okay, boom. So, right here. So because we've got these right here, it's letting us see through in the transition. So it's actually letting us curl, but it's also showing me count: money, power, respect. 1, 2, 3. So that turned out super dope. It turned out better than what I wanted to do in the first place. And sometimes that's what it takes, is just messing around. And I am going to want this right here to end earlier. Boom. And like I said, I want this to zoom back in. So I'm going to quick key right here. So I'm going to pull this back into my window by unclicking the viewer. You don't have to actually physically be like command it to come back. You just unclick it from it. Boom. So I am going to highlight this, and I'm going to give myself a quick key for the entire frame. So we're not putting it on a specific effect. I want this entire frame and any effects that are on it to be pulled back. So I'm going to use this right here. I'm going to click the transform. I'm going to click that quick key, and I can move with my cursor, or I can move with my arrows. If you move with your arrows, it's going to snap from like frame to frame to frame, or you can click the unsnap and you can glide it more accurately with your glider right here. So, boom. We're going to add another quick key right here, and we're going to make it really, 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 really tiny so it disappears. Boom. So, as you can see, if you watch closely, that's going to suck it back into the back of the frame. So, boom. Right here. Boom. And I'm actually going to this little piece right here. I think I want the opacity down. So the reason I did the opacity down is because this in here looks like we've got our opacity. As you can see, like that's how it pops up. The rest of everything has like kind of a lesser opacity as well. And I feel like it just matches better. Boom. So there's another one. That's easy. That's just a flip and a directional. So as you can see, I'm making this pop out of the frame and just me slide down, because I say tie the noose with to try and hang me. So like I am putting all of these effects to actually match the words and come together and put the words with the actions and sliding down. So obviously this isn't something you can only do in an After Effects, in post-production. We don't if we don't have the proper preparation and we don't film correctly, this stuff's not going to be possible. So that's going to take a good director directing the artist, or a very self-aware artist to be directing themselves, to know exactly what we're doing. And that is the whole point of what I said before, of knowing how to do things. Knowing how to be a videographer, knowing how to be a director, knowing how to be an executive producer. Even if you have those things and you hire out, you should know how to do that yourself as an artist, at least a preliminary understanding, because it is going to help you be a better performer, so you can give the director or give your videographer or give your manager better material to work with. It's really difficult to be the executive producer, the director, the artist, the editor. That's really, really difficult because, I mean, you're going to have the money, the knowledge, the skill, the time, and put all that stuff together. So it's not an easy thing to bundle, but knowing the preliminaries of something is going to help you a lot. And you can learn stuff on the internet, like watch YouTube videos, take certifications. You can get certified in stuff for $30, $40 for a certificate online. Go do that. Coursera and Udemy and all these different things. Like, there's really no excuse to not, learn or go to the people you find most interesting to watch, like people on YouTube, people on whatever channel you're watching, Facebook, Instagram, and just see what those people are doing. Like, even professionals mess up and make mistakes. Like, who cares? You're going to learn more from that, and that's a good thing. When some of our parents and teachers told us, like, don't make mistakes. Don't make mistakes. Me, I'm going to tell you the opposite. Go out and make mistakes. You should not be scared to make mistakes, because it's not a loss, it's a lesson, and that helps you grow and learn and understand. The only way you can move forward sometimes is to fail forward. Meaning you learn more through failures than you do through victories. That's the truth. That goes for video editing, that goes for life, that goes for business, that goes for self-development, self-love, personal development, growth, all of those things, So these are the things that are important. Fail forward, make mistakes, learn new stuff. It's all good. So like this, what I like to do, how I decide how I'm going to get my effects or what effects I should even use, I'm just going to look at my footage and how it lined up. Like, for example, this one. Okay, these are the two clips. I'm going to mute that. These are the two clips I was working with. Boom. Right there. Boom, boom. So I was like, oh, that's kind of cool. I could have me slide down my arm. And so I started perusing, how am I going to do that? I can get sucked back and slide down my arm. How am I going to do that? So what I did, this is a little bit more intensive. So I'm going to show you I'll show you a light version of how I did it. So I'm going to decide what frame I want. I'm just going to copy this whole thing. So what I'm doing is pressing Command C, Command V, and that's copy and paste. Okay, so let's say, so for this sliding effect, you're going to want the last piece of your frame to pull out and to have slide down. So what we're going to do, we're going to go to our effects, because that's not a transition. A mask is an effect. So we're going to go to masks and keying. And so our other one we used was a graduated mask, meaning it's like a line but blurred. When you want a specific shape or a custom shape, use a draw mask. So we're going to pull our draw mask onto our wrap low angle clip, and it's going to give us this. Now, we need specific points. Oh, you know what I forgot? Hold on. Command Z. I was getting ahead of myself. Sorry, y'all. I'm going to want to, in order to do the freeze frame, I'm going to have to actually select that, and I'm going to have to edit and add freeze frame. Boom. And that's what it gave me right here. So this is what adding a freeze frame does. As you can see, I'm still moving the cursor, but it's just like a picture. So boom. And I'm just going to go through, I'm not going to get super accurate with this but I'm going to give you guys enough of wherewithal so you can look back on this and actually do it yourself, right? So here we go. We're going to do wrap low angle. Now we can take our draw mask. Now we can pull that on there. You want to put the draw mask on the actual freeze frame right here. Boom, boom, boom. So I'm going to click our transform, and it's going to say click to add control point. So we're going to do our control points. Here, we're going to start at the bottom. We're going to, if you want a straight line, just click and click. If you want more of a smooth line, you're going to click and drag. As you can see, that's going to add this little white bar that you can adjust how you need. And then we're going to go up. Like I said, I've already done this, and like I'm just going to give you a really rough version of how to do it. And you can adjust your control points. Like obviously you want it to be better than this, but I already did it, and I'm just showing you how to do it for like, so you can do it too. And then we're gonna connect, boom. And when you connect, you can see that this is actually a different piece than that, whatever is underneath it. So now we're going to line up wherever this ended. Boom, see? Like I said, well, you're guys gonna wanna make sure you pull it underneath the frame, or at least to the bottom of the frame, because otherwise it's gonna look funky. So wherever it lines up, boom, that's where it lines up, right? So that's where we're gonna stop, and then we're gonna have it slide down the arm. So where do I want it stopping? I'm gonna want it stopping, I'm gonna want it gone by here. So as you can see, it gives you duals when you start sliding. I'm gonna want it gone by here. I'd say here. So, well, actually on this one I did it here, that's fine. So I'm gonna highlight, and then again, you guys, sorry, I actually yawned. I usually don't yawn. As you can see, that is where our clip starts. That's where we're gonna wanna add our keyframe. So again, we're gonna add our transform. We're gonna add our keyframe right there. Boom. And then we're gonna wanna go to the end of the clip, because that's where it's going to be done, right? So we go to our end, and then we'll go to the left one, and we will add a keyframe. Click the keyframe, and then we are going to want to pull from here and flip it upside down and pull it all the way out of the screen. So that's gonna give you like the minimizing and the pulling and the sliding off the screen down the arm effect. So I'm gonna show you exactly what we just did right here. Boom. See? So now she's sliding down the arm, just like that. And that's exactly how we did it. And I'm gonna pull this one back up. That's how we did it. It took me a lot longer the first time, trust me. Like, you get better as you go. And the more times you do it, the more times you remember. That's why I also like showing you guys, because, hey, why not? So you can learn things too. And you learn as I learn, and we just show each other. And plus, I want you guys to see behind the scenes. It's so much cooler to watch something get built and then see the final product, right? So I'm gonna zoom out and show you exactly kind of like where I've placed all of these effects. So I like to zoom out and just, so obviously I know this is all my foundation bar and then my one-liner. That's where I like condensed everything down like Tetris, like boom, 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 boom. That's where I chopped and dropped, and then I cleaned and put it all the way down. Anything above that is gonna be an effect or a transition or something different in the video, right? So I just want to kind of look and like make sure that it's pretty evenly dispersed. I don't want like huge gaps without an effect or transition, because that's gonna make it kind of lopsided. You want to keep people entertained but not too overstimulated. That's what I like in music videos. Everybody can go for something different, but I'm gonna look and make sure like, okay, there's a various amount of transitions in here that look good for me. They're pretty evenly spaced. And then after I add my preliminary effects and transitions, so remember I said part 3 was putting everything down like cleansing and condensing down like Tetris. And then part 4 is our preliminary effects and transitions. So we got everything cleansed and condensed. We got our preliminary transitions. I showed you a few transitions that I used for this video I used the simple ones that I think that you can do and use for your videos going forward if you want to do that. And it's kind of neat to see like, hey, how did that person do that? But then I like to give my eyes a rest too, because if you over edit, that's like a big mistake. You don't want to do that because you're going to have to go back. You're going to be like, why did I just do that? Now I have to undo this and then redo that. It's like, it's just don't do it. I need some water. So Saturday night, and I'm sitting here editing. Love, what are y'all up to on a Saturday night? I would rather stay out than go in. What about you guys? Because to be honest, unless I'm getting paid, I don't want to go out. Or unless it's like, you know, like yesterday, I went and I was on stage with Twista. That was really cool. Yeah, I drink out of like big 2-gallon jugs because, yeah, whatever. Or a gallon or whatever this is big. Less plastic wasted. Plus, I'm going to drink the water anyways. I like to stay hydrated. That's another thing. Just take care of your body, man. You only got one of them. Seriously. So, like I said, condensed it, cleansed it, looked over the effects. Now I've got serious eye fatigue. I've been doing this for hours already and days on end. And if you don't take a break and just completely like let your mind rest, that's a large water bottle. Yeah, that's the big ass water jugs I drink out of. And then I make these, this has like a bunch of different herbs and like spices in it, apple cider vinegar, manuka honey. Like this is something that's going to cleanse you and keep you healthy. I've got so many different herbs in here. And I drink this like, I don't know, like it takes me probably like 4 days to drink my cleanse gallon. So it's got cayenne pepper, like a bunch of stuff, like oregano, parsley, garlic, cinnamon, like so many different things. This is like such a good body cleanser right here. It just keeps your cells cleansed. And of course I spilled on myself because it's my first day with my new lips. Huh? But it's really not. But yeah, you know. I drink like one of these a day and then like a third of that a day. That's all I drink is like water and my cleanse stuff. I don't drink soda. I don't drink juice. Like, but I do drink coffee too. Like I drink like my soy milk coffees or whatever. If you guys just tuned in, hit that link in the bottom for YouTube. Subscribe, hit your notifications. Go check out the Twista video. I released that a couple years back. This video is going to be set to release on Friday. I have to take an eye break. Like I said, these are amazing, by the way. These are blue light glasses. They literally shield your eyes from all like the blue light from your phone and the blue light from your computers. If you're editing a lot, if you're a computer person and you get headaches, I would get you a pair of these blue light glasses, because that's going to be the move. Yeah, apple cider vinegar mix, absolutely. Yep, that is the way to go, Will, for sure. So here we go. Step 5. I'll go live for step 5 also. Step 5 is going to be checking over everything, looking at our final effects, making sure we don't need to add anything in. Obviously, just like a glance over everything. Then we're going to add any like overlays, like any kind of like the title, any kind of words, any kind of intro, outro, like your beginning slides, your outro slides, your credits, all of those things. And then once everything is cohesive, I like to color correct last. That is something that, yeah, it's a blue light blocker, basically. So that is something, sorry, I was responding to comments. So that is something that a lot of people miss, is the color correction and the filters. Like you really want to go frame by frame, or clip by clip, to make sure and let it run through, because there's different ways to watch a video. Like run through your whole thing, make sure your transitions are cool. Run through your whole thing, make sure your effects are cool. Then you're gonna wanna run through everything and make sure that all of the brightness and the colors and all of that all line up. Like, you don't want it like bright, dark, bright, bright, brighter, dark, 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 bright, bright, bright. Like people are gonna be like, what the heck is going on when you're watching the screen? That is a big deal. Is like making sure like your brightness is right, your color correction is right. On this kind of video, this is more of like an intro video, even though it is an actual song. So it's not going to be like the mini movies, like you see me, like the Twista video is like a mini movie. There's a lot of mini movies that I've made. This is more, yes, balance. Make sure you're color correcting and balancing correct. This is more of like the Worldwide Choppers video, but even though it's a full single. So it's not supposed to be like the movie run through, but we still want to make sure things are balanced, right? It's supposed to have like the gritty feel to it, but we still want to make sure the color correction is there. We still want to make sure like the light is balanced. You don't want it to look too crazy. What's up, Matt? Thank you for tuning in. So I'll show you those things. Final Cut Pro saves as it goes, which is really cool. But yeah. Oh my God, I love those socks. I can't wait for you guys to see this video. I'm super, super, super excited. I appreciate you guys coming along with me on my journey. I'm actually gonna go live for a clothing haul after this because I have so many new clothes. Like I have to start going through them. If I do not start going through them, it's gonna be, it's just ridiculous. They're just piling up and it's absolutely insane. That's because I just moved into a new house and I've got a whole new closet and I had to revamp everything. Like, this time around, I am going to be already prepared for my video shoots, my photo shoots, going on tour. Like, I'm going to be pushing. I'm not going to have time to go shopping. I'm not going to have time to go get outfits. So I got everything up front. I mean, like, I've got music video outfits, business outfits, performance outfits, going out outfits. Like, I've got all those things already ready. I just have to unpack them. And I'm like, hey, why not do hauls? Because that's an awesome way to show you guys like exactly what I do in life. That's why I'm starting to go live a lot more. But I'm going to do a clothing haul where I'll show you part of what I've gotten. I can't wait to show you like the music video stuff because that stuff is so cool. I got like these Sailor Moon boots and like just like the crazy cool stuff. And that's part of what I love about being able to show you guys like the behind the scenes stuff like this. Like, hey, I'm in a tube top with my glasses and no makeup and healing from Deca Laser. I want to show you like the behind the scenes, like this is who I am, and then how I bring that all together and transform into the artist and the things that go into it. And that's the kind of thing that I love. On deck with the clothes. Yes, girl, period. Oh my gosh, I have so many. I can't wait for you to come down here and visit. You're going to love it. You're going to love my new house. It's amazing, Angela, I swear. So yeah, I'm going to sign off. I love you guys. Stay safe out there. Keep doing your thing. Push no matter what. Like, believe in yourself, okay? Like, don't wait for somebody else to believe in you. And don't be scared to try. Just start. Like, I'm telling you, half of the battle is just starting, okay? Like, just start. If you have a dream, write it down and then decide what you need to do to get there. That's all you need to do. Like, of course it's going to be hard. Of course it's going to be difficult. But the whole point is write down your dream and then it becomes a goal. And when you write down action steps of what you need to do underneath your goal, it becomes a reality. And give yourself a timeline. Like, I'm going to do these 3 action steps by next month. I'm going to do these 6 action steps by the next 6 months. Or these are the things I need to do today. Like, break it down, like short, medium, long-term action steps to get towards your goal. And have like major goals up on the wall. Like, write down your goals. Like, I have calendars and notebooks and all types of stuff. Yes, I put it in my phone, but I actually physically write it down. There's something that reprograms the mind. When you actually write things down, when you say things out loud, when you manifest, when you believe. So believe in yourself. Yes, it's great to have other people believe in you, but I am telling you right now, you have the power within yourself to do it yourself. You don't need people around you unless they're the right people. Having the wrong people around you is literally more damaging than having nobody around you. Trust me. And you can go very, very fast and quickly by yourself. If you don't have to feed anybody else, wait for anybody else, go on anybody else's schedule, explain to anybody else. Like when I'm by myself, I'm boom, 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 boom. I get so much stuff done because I'm not waiting on anybody. I'm just go, 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 go. And that is how you can actually accomplish a lot of stuff very, very fast. Of course, you're going to need a team when you do bigger things, right? But you can get a lot of the preliminary stuff done by yourself. You don't have to explain to anyone, and trust me, you shouldn't tell anybody on planet Earth everything that you have going on, okay? Because people change, and shit changes, and life is fucking weird. I will tell you that. My best friend of 20 years tried to get me charged with something that was a complete made up, like completely made up, like a complete lie. Like out of jealousy and spite, after 20 years, after me literally taking care of him for years and years and years. Like people will do things that you will not even expect. That's why I have learned, and life will give you things that you won't even expect. Like when my videographer passed away while editing my video, if I didn't know how to edit that video, I would have been screwed. Like I was already heartbroken because that was my friend, you know, but this is the thing, like your life still needs to go on. If something happened to me, your life will still need to go on. Make sure you have contingency plans and make sure you are capable. Don't ever rely on somebody completely for anything. Finances, anything. Make sure you've got your own stuff going on. You know, like your own stability, your own foundation, your own knowledge, your own goals. Like you can work with people towards things, even your partner or your husband. It is healthy to have your own things going on in your life, your own goals. You don't have to do everything together. You know, that it helps you as a person, like to be able to continue to climb and succeed and do those positive things, you know, for yourself. Self-love is the best love, I'm telling you. Like self-love, when you learn to love yourself, like I never loved myself because I wasn't loved. You know, when you learn to love yourself and you learn to invest in yourself and teach yourself new skills, grow, become better, go do you. I believe in you guys. I do. Like everybody has a skill. Everybody has something that they can go out and accomplish. Like you are amazing. Don't wait on somebody else to tell you that. Tell yourself that. If you need to, record it into your phone and listen to it. Text yourself every day so you can wake up to a positive text message. Get negative people out of your life and go do your thing, period. So I love you guys. Be safe out there. And I will catch you on the flip side tomorrow when I finish this video. Tomorrow the video is getting finished. Monday, I'm going to be uploading it before I leave for my business trip so I can start pumping the link so that we can get everything going and the previews coming up. Make sure you guys go click that YouTube link right there. Go click the YouTube link so you can subscribe and set your notifications because I'm going to be going live a lot more on YouTube. I'm going to be uploading music videos quite frequently. And then obviously I'm launching my other brand too, but we'll get into that in a totally other time. If you have any questions for me, if you have beats, if you are a model or somebody that wants to collab, if you're an influencer and wants to collab, hit my DM. All of my info is going to pop up there. I'm sorry that I don't always see my DMs because I get like a ton of them and I have multiple different accounts. So, I just want to partake that I'm not a gatekeeper. I'm sharing this knowledge because I actually care and I want to see you guys grow and I believe in you guys. Like, seriously, I do. I believe in you like I believe in myself. Like, because I know you have the power inside of you. Just set a goal, stick to it, and run. Like, literally. And don't let anybody distract you. And if they are a distraction, get them the fuck out of there. You can love somebody from a distance. Forget it. So, thank you so much for joining. Hit that link, subscribe, put your notifications on. It's coming. Hate to see me win. drops next Friday. Hit the YouTube link and I will catch y'all on the flip side. I love y'all. Continue to do your thing. I'm proud of you. If nobody told you today, you guys are the best.